She called me weak with a smile on her face, like it was a joke everyone was supposed to laugh at. The smell of grilled meat filled the backyard, music played softly, and people stood around holding plates and drinks. It was supposed to be a normal BBQ, friends, laughter, a break from routine. Instead, it became the day my marriage officially died. My wife had been drinking since afternoon. Loud, playful, touching everyone's arms when she talked. I noticed it, but I ignored the unease twisting in my stomach. Then she did it. In front of everyone. She leaned into my best friend of 12 years, and hugged him a little too tightly. Not a quick, polite hug. The kind that lingers. The kind that says familiar. Someone whistled. Someone laughed. Then she looked straight at me and said, "Relax. Don't be so insecure. God, you're so weak sometimes." The word hung in the air. People went quiet. My best friend froze for half a second, then laughed awkwardly, like it was all harmless fun. I felt my face burn, not from anger yet, but from humiliation. I forced a smile. "I'm going to grab another drink," I said. That was my wife's mistake. She thought silence meant submission. That night after everyone left, I asked her directly, "What was that?" She rolled her eyes. "Oh my God, you're still on that." "It was a joke. You're acting pathetic." I asked again, calmer. "Why were you hugging him like that?" She laughed, actually laughed. "Because he's confident. Because he's not threatened by a woman having fun. Unlike you." Then she said the sentence that flipped a switch in me. "If you were more of a man, maybe I wouldn't need attention from someone else." She walked past me and went to bed like she hadn't just stabbed me in front of my own friends. I didn't sleep. I replayed moments I had ignored for months. Late-night messages she hid. How my best friend suddenly showed up unannounced. How she defended him in every argument. How she mocked me for being calm, loyal, consistent, weak in her dictionary. By morning, I had decided something important. I wasn't going to yell. I wasn't going to beg. And I definitely wasn't going to confront my friend yet. I was going to watch. Over the next few weeks, I paid attention. I stopped reacting. I became quiet, observant, and when people think you're weak, they get careless. She forgot to log out of her laptop. I didn't even have to snoop deeply. Messages popped up immediately. Inside jokes, deleted memories, plans made while I was at work. And my best friend? He wasn't even trying to hide it anymore. I confronted him first. Alone. He didn't deny it. He leaned back, crossed his arms, and said, "Look, man, she's unhappy. You should have seen this coming." I stared at him. "So hugging my wife at a BBQ was just coincidence?" He smirked. "She wanted it. I just didn't stop her." That smirk erased 12 years of friendship in 1 second. That's when I planned the revenge. Not loud, not violent. Brutal in the only way that lasts. Exposure and consequence. My wife loved attention, social approval, being admired. She constantly talked about how people respected her and how she deserved better than me. So I let her have the spotlight. I organized another BBQ, bigger, friends, family, co-workers, everyone she wanted to impress. I told her it was my way of making up for being insecure. She loved that. She wore a dress she knew would turn heads. My best friend showed up early, acting like nothing was wrong, laughing with me, shaking my hand. When everyone settled, I stood up with a glass. "I just want to say something," I began. "About strength." She smiled, smug already. "I've been called weak," I continued, "for trusting my wife, for trusting my best friend, for believing loyalty mattered." Murmurs spread. So I decided to learn what real strength looks like. I connected my phone to the TV. Messages filled the screen. Dates, photos, voice notes. Her voice, his voice, laughing about how I was too soft to ever do anything. The silence was suffocating. My wife screamed my name. My best friend tried to rush forward, but two people held him back. I didn't insult them. I didn't raise my voice. I said one line. Strength is walking away from people who mistake kindness for weakness. Then I took off my ring and placed it on the table. The fallout was nuclear. Friends cut them off instantly. My wife's social circle vanished overnight. People who laughed with her at the first BBQ wouldn't even answer her calls. My best friend lost his job after someone shared the video with his workplace. They turned on each other fast. She begged me to stop the divorce. He blamed her for ruining his life. Trust died exactly how it was born, through betrayal. As for me, I moved out, started fresh, rebuilt quietly. People started treating me differently, not because I screamed, not because I fought, because I stood up. Weeks later, someone told me my ex-wife said, "I didn't think he had it in him." They never do. That's the thing about calling someone weak. Sometimes all you're really doing is giving them the perfect reason to finally show you just how strong they are.